have been under a lot of scrutiny lately because of a comment that you made. And I want us to talk a little bit about that because it's very controversial. You said, I am not Nigerian, or something to that effect.
Yes,
What did you mean by that?
I was quite disappointed with the journalists who should have really expatiated on what I meant, because I didn't just say I'm not a Nigerian. I gave her reasons why I wasn't a Nigerian. Now I see Nigerian as a colonial structure. Now I think for us to see ourselves as Ghanaians, South Africans, we have to understand Africa was divided in 1885 in Berlin, where Europe and America and all these nations sat down because they were all going to go to war, because there was this big scramble for Africa, and they were going to war. So they all decided, look, there's no point in going to war. Let's all meet in Berlin and divide. So wherever you are now, whatever you have accumulated or gotten in Africa, stop there. We all meet in Africa, in Berlin, and we'll sort this problem out. So they go to Berlin. They say, okay, England, you have got here, you are in Ghana, you are in Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is your land henceforth. South Africa, this is France, this is yours, Belgium. And they sat down and divided Africa like a big cake. And then they gave it their names. Remember, Ghana wasn't Ghana. I think Dr. Kwame Nkrumah changed it to Ghana. Ghana was first known as Gold Coast. Like Burkina Faso was known as Upper Volta. It was Sankara who changed the name. So Nigeria is still bearing the name that Lord Lugard's wife gave Nigeria. What annoys me more about that name is probably they were making love or kissing somewhere and saying, darling, what should we call this land we've acquired? Oh, Nigeria. Oh, that sounds, okay, Nigeria. Oh, isn't that lovely? Honey, thank you. I give it to you, my love. And they gave us, and we are now proud Nigerians. So I see myself as an African. Nigeria is too small.
So you're just talking about the name.
Yes.
It's not necessarily the country Nigeria or the culture or the people.
I don't see a country Nigeria. There is no country Nigeria. It's a colonial structure. Then, if we're going to talk about, then I come from the Yoruba kingdom in that case. We had kingdoms, we had empires. So I will come from the Egba kingdom or the Egba empire, where is my indigenous, where my father is from. So I don't see, these are colonial structures then. But if we were supposed to be thinking smart as today, 21st century, Nigeria is too small. I'm an African. I want the whole continent for myself.
Somebody listening may say, that's kind of in the past. Why can't we just move on? Nigeria is Nigeria today. Let's accept it. Let's embrace it. And let's move on. But rather,
let's accept the Queen is our Lord and Master. I don't accept it. I will never accept that. Why? I should accept, it's like saying, let's forget 500 years of slavery. How can we forget our past? How can we forget history? And we take all these things for granted. You see, Africans say, no, let's move forward. Oh, the slave trade. Nobody wants to discuss serious issues. Do you believe the Jews will leave the genocide? You can't even crack a Jewish bad joke or good joke. You crack a Jewish joke. They will call you. You see, when the Jews descend on you, you will just start apologizing. A good joke. Don't joke. This is not a joking matter in any form. So why do Africans take it for granted? 500 years. Do you know how many generations of Africans were lost? And then 100 years of colonial rule. 60, 70 years of bad African governments, corrupt. And we're supposed to just say, no, forget it, let's move forward. Move forward to where? A man without the knowledge of where he's coming from cannot know where he is or where he wants to go. So we don't know where we are. So where are we supposed to go?
So what do you think Nigeria should be called instead of Nigeria?
If we wanted to accept, if we wanted the United Countries of Africa, then Nigeria should find an indigenous name to call that part of Africa.
Do you have any suggestions?
No. And they could call it Kalakuta.
Kalakuta. Does that mean anything?
Kalakuta was the prison my father was locked up in, which means I can't remember what it meant. I think it just meant freedom or something like that.